It's not allowed to be my fault. It has to be like the game's fault that I'm not doing well. That's like gaming 101. Rule number 1 of gaming, it is not your fault, there's something wrong with the game. Rule number 2, blame the controller. Although this controller actually is kind of shitty. And then there's times like that where that... And that's why I shout at the controller and stuff, because it does shit like that. And you're just like, what are you left to think? Like, you know, when you press a button, you feel the click of a button. Anybody who's made their way there knows what the click of a button feels like. You know that, like, feeling... Wasn't happy with that one, but... I am kind of happy that I'm getting the timing on the fatal attack, so... I think this is just what I need to do, is just... Not that. The exact opposite of that. I don't like that he teabags you when you die. But I also find it weird that I'm being assaulted with a giant pair of scissors. I don't know if it looks like that to anybody else, but that looks like a giant pair of scissors to me. Too early. Ah, fuck me, man. I need to go into the fight with the electric thing on. Like, I just need to start the fight with that by applying that electric thing. Like, if I'm gonna use it, I might as well. Like, I might as well apply it right away, but... Go in. Lock on. Lock on. Didn't work out for you too well, did it there, buddy? What the fuck do you do in a situation where you literally can't, like, defend against it? Because it's a grab attack. You can't defend against those. You can't block it. Like, if you're good enough, you can block that, but... I was hoping to stagger him. It was a gamble. And anybody who knows me knows that when I gamble, I usually lose. Not always, though. Like, if it's a 0% chance, you never gamble. But it's like 99% of the time I lose. I knew before that attack even connected that. Okay. Charge R2. Yep. Thanks, game. Hello, block button. Jesus Christ, man. It's so fucking aggravating. We just locking on with that? We can't do anything about it? Just go fuck ourselves? Press the dodge button, can't dodge? No? Not allowed to roll? No rolling for you. But Seinfeld, no soup for you. Man, this dude has like no fucking. He was like, no, I know what you're trying to do. Cool, thank you, game, for fucking giving me the least fun AI fucking patterns in the fucking world. And not let it, not being able to block is like my favorite thing in the world. I love it when my controller decides it knows better than me. Jesus fuck, oh my god, man. In the spirit of being aggressively bad, this fucking, if I don't get this guy down by the next fucking ad break, I'm done for today. Like I'm not gonna sit here and fucking play this non-stop and just fucking deal with a goddamn piece of shit unresponsive garbage controller that doesn't fucking, like, I'm sitting there mashing the buttons. I feel the clicks of the buttons and the game just doesn't do anything. That right there, like that right there. The timing on both of those was right. See, when it works, it works. But for some reason, this game likes to take that away from you. I don't know why. Fuck yourself. What's he doing now? I need to start figuring out that timing. This does all your health. If you can't figure that out, then you're just fucking dead, I guess. That's really cool. I'm so glad that he's able to do that whenever he wants. You can just decide that you're gonna fucking die. There's nothing that you can do about it other than to go fuck yourself. What? No idea what that was about. Holy shit! Fucking do something! God, like, I'm tempted to not give this until the next fucking ad break to fucking shut this fucking shit down. And I mean, fucking full on burn the goddamn bridge to this fucking game. Like, just get the fucking ending and go. Like, I'm really teetering on the edge here. Like, I don't mind a good challenge when it's a good challenge. Phase 2 feels like a piece of shit. Cool. It's not like, you know, if you think back to previous attempts where I've done a pretty fair and pretty consistent job of blocking all those attacks, and then just there he lands all of those hits perfectly. No, man, this is that's just the game being a bad game. Like, I'm not even trying to do the whole shit posting thing right here. That's just, you can't make your fucking game behave consistently, then you fucked something up. Not taking this one from me. Oh, what the fuck, man? Block! Actually fucking do something. Block! Holy shit, why aren't you fucking guarding against... Block! Jesus! Fuck! Why are you actively, like, actually fucking bad? Alright, he clearly can't fucking block these attacks, so we just need to... Nope, we can't dodge them either. Fuck this fucking good. Fuck this fucking game, man. Fuck this stupid fucking boss and this stupid fucking bullshit with this stupid fucking second phase. The one thing that this game fucked up consistently is having every fucking boss have multiple fucking health bars and multiple fucking phases. Whoever's brainchild that was, that person should be fucking fired and then fucking publicly flogged for fucking creating such fucking dog shit system. This is like, you can see that it's not like a, you know, I'm getting the attacks and like I'm able to block them. I'm able to do all that shit, but this fucking controller just refuses to work with me. It refuses to accept my inputs. Why did I... Like, you can see how consistently I'm getting through phase 1 now, and how quickly now. Yes! Oh, fuck! We're not gonna get the voices, though. Fuck. Oh, we will.
Were you going to destroy Carlos' heart?
Geppetto's a real piece of shit in this game. I don't know if he's a piece of shit in the original stories. I've only been fed the fucking Disney one.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You're only sorry that your plan failed. Like, that's not something that you went through fucking years of fucking preparation for that. Excuse me. Hey, that looks like Hogwarts in the distance. Yay, the fairy's free because we gave her peace. We're also going to get the Marvel treatment in this game. There's a post-credits scene. Oh, did he make a puppet? Oh, that would be cool. He made his own little, like, oh, the cycle continues, I guess. He gave up his life to give her life. How nice. Wow. Okay.
It's so good to see you.
Carlo Collodi is the Oh, great. Now, okay, well, I'm gonna have to offer my opinions on the game and talk over all of this music because I'm pretty sure that YouTube and everywhere else would love to fucking get on my case about this. So, I'm gonna offer my thoughts and like essentially a ad-libbed or you know, off the top of my head type of review. For the most part, this game is a big recommend on my part. Like, I know I spent a lot of time in boss fights like screaming, oh, what a fucking piece of shit, or oh my god, that's horrible, and it's like, that's just me venting frustrations from dying a bunch. But in terms of like actually like, you know, the overall like actual quality of this game is top tier. If you didn't tell me who actually made this, or you didn't tell me like anything about it and just had me sit down and play it, I'd be like, hey, when did From Software release this? I would assume that it's a From Software game. That's how close to that Souls-like formula. It's specifically Bloodborne. There was a lot that they pulled from Bloodborne to make this game, and I think that they did it effectively while also putting their own spin on it, so it wasn't just straight lifted from Bloodborne like the way the parry system and all that worked in Bloodborne was you used like a rifle or a pistol to stun your enemies, and you go in for a visceral attack. In this game, you have to deflect a certain amount of attacks to get your enemy staggered, and then you have to use a charged R2 or charge attack to then get that visceral attack. So in terms of like gameplay, game feel, I do feel that there are some bosses that could be improved upon. I do think they went too hard on the two-phase system that they decided to introduce. Like, you get like through the first 3 or 4 bosses, and then suddenly every fucking boss has 2 health bars. And I don't understand why they would do that. I don't understand the need to do that. But I don't think it's good. I don't know too many people who like. There are people who do like that. There are people who's like their favorite boss in Dark Souls 3 is Sister Frieda. There's some people who that's their favorite boss in the entire fucking like all Souls games is Sister Frieda. I think that's I don't like it. Give me the actual health bar. It feels deceptive when you have a health bar, you get it down, you're just like, oh, I won. No, you didn't. There's a whole another health bar that you have to go through. Well, let me know that that's there, so like I can use my items and, you know, healing and all that stuff effectively. Like the first time you're playing a game, you don't know that there's another phase coming, and like sure, there's that sense of like, oh, I you know, they got me with that. I get to fight more of this boss. It's like I don't mind it like every now and then, but when it's every single boss. Like, every single boss in this game, after the start of the game, I was going in with the mindset of, okay, well, this boss has 2 health bars. And, like, especially in a game that focuses on tight timing and deflecting, as opposed to like, you know, being able to hide behind a shield like in, you know, Elden Ring and Dark Souls. I don't think that two-phase system works very well because you have essentially two separate bosses. A good example of that's Puppet King. You have the Puppet King, and then Romeo comes out of the Puppet King. And those two bosses, the mechanics and the speed and the tempo of those two boss fights are so drastically different. You're essentially having to learn a whole new boss. Okay, cool, you have to learn a whole new boss. But then you have to go through that phase one over and over, and like we saw with this last boss, it got to the point where I was fucking taking out Nameless Puppet phase one in like super fast, like just I was just blazing through phase one because I, you know, and it's like, but that's not fun. I don't. It starts to become like a chore. That first phase starts to like really drag on, and yeah, I don't think that's a good system to have in a game like this. In a game like Elden Ring or Dark Souls, where you know it's a, you know, I feel those games are at certain points in terms of like mechanics and stuff like that are definitely easier in certain areas. Yeah, and I think that, like, again, while I'm sitting here harping on this system, it's not a bad system. Like the two-phase thing, like, okay, you beat this boss and oh well, it's, you know, they're all like puppets and monsters and stuff like that. It's not like, you know, and then there's the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. But that, you see, that right there, I think is a good example of how to do like multi-phase bosses, because you have all the health bars there. Each of the members of the Black Rabbit Brotherhood all, I just bumped my mouse pad and it's not showing up on screen. Let's get rid of you. So yeah, I think that, you know, I think that system's a little bit flawed. In terms of like the soundtrack of this game is absolutely over the top good. Like all these tracks, like it's not my type of music, but I can recognize that it's good music. Very nice. And you know, during credits and stuff, that feels appropriate. They had good music. Like I really like the music of the hotel. That kind of gave me a real vibe there. But gameplay, I'd say, you know, let's go with I'd say a solid 9 out of 10. It felt like the timing on some of the blocks wasn't very consistent, and before they patched this game, I believe the colossal weapons, the big weapons, were too slow to be viable. And so, even though it's not an issue anymore, I still think it, you know, it was their original intention for that. So I do believe it deserves to get taken down a little bit for that. Music, I'd say 10 out of 10. There's no music in this game where I'm like, that's bad, or, you know, I find myself thinking about the music. I found myself, like, you know, when we're listening to the music in the hotel, while we're running around checking out vendors and talking to people and like, you know, checking off all the little check boxes. 10 out of 10 music, great. I have no notes there. Story? Oh. I'd say maybe a very soft 7 out of 10. It's not a bad story. I did get invested in like some of the stuff as we're going forward, like learning that Geppetto was behind the puppet uprising. You know, realizing that, oh, he's just using us to bring his dead son back to life. You know, those were like you're just like, those were big reveals. Those were really, like, I think they handled those really well. But it felt like there was no story development from the factory onward. You were just fighting bosses. Whereas like Elden Ring, the bosses would talk to you and you'd understand what they're saying, and let's sit back and there should be a post-credit scene.
I have a final report on the Crot experiment.
You
certainly took your time, Paracelsus. Your findings?
I think we have a new brother. A new type of humanity, so to speak.
There are many forms of eternal life.
It's intriguing, and worth further observation.
Noted. And we'll have to get his arm back anyway.
I'm counting on it. Expect another report at the next meeting. Paracelsus returning. Ah, and when I return, I will find her. For sure. Another key of ours. Dorothy.
Also in the public domain. DLC. You start another playthrough, you won't be able to continue the current playthrough. Do you wish to continue? Items below will not be inherited. All collectibles except records, Krat supply boxes, Vanini collections. They really did give him a lot of respect.
Can you hear me?
I'm kind of curious. Are we starting in the train again? Let's go ahead and yep. What else do we keep? We keep our weapons, right? Oh. Why would I want to reset my P organ? I'm curious, and I didn't finish my review yet, so while we go through this little starting area, I want to see if we are able to understand the puppets in New Game Plus. That's what I was told, so I don't know if it's true or not. Okay. Oh, and I also do need to go into the audio and turn voice back up to 7. Okay.
Let's get you out of there. Find something that might help.
Do. Where you pick your weapon. Oh. No, they're just like, yeah, here. What? Holy shit. Okay, back to my review as we run through Krat Station real quick. This really should be like a whole non-issue. So just to kind of get it all summarized so far, feels like the story is a solid, I'd say 7 out of 10. This is, it takes a back seat for a long portion of time. You don't get anything like. I was just kind of going through the game because the bosses were fun to fight. The game was fun to play. Like, now that I'm not in the heat of the moment and I'm done and I can put this game down whenever I want, I'm not gonna get all howdy and fussy about Nameless Puppet anymore. I do think Phase 2 is a bit over the top with the particle effects.
You cannot see in the dark. Switch me on and gently light the way.
So yeah, it just felt like the story was kind of, in terms of like, you know, I guess this should have gone into the gameplay section as well, but you know, we'll talk about it now. The controls are as you would expect from, you know, a Souls game, or a Souls-like even. You have your R1 as your normal attack, your R2 as your strong attack, and L1 as like your block. L2 was obviously your Legion arm, but that's because there's no parry. Like, this was your parry mechanic. And with this weapon, that was also a parry mechanic. So controls are about what you would expect. You know, same as what you get from like, you know, Bloodborne or, you know, Dark Souls or anything else, with a few modifications to meet this game's mechanics. So I'd say, you know, controls feel good, responsive. Initially, I was gonna recommend that this game, that if you want to play this game, that you play it on the PS5, or not on the PS5. Yeah, on the PS5. And my reasoning for that was because of the fact that this game had some really shitty DRM issues upon launch. They weren't issues in that like they caused the game like problems, but there were issues in that it was de novo, and anybody who knows about like de novo DRM, it's bad, capital B, bad. So yeah, I would not recommend I initially wouldn't have recommended the PC version, but I've gone back to look at the game and the Steam page listing, and it does look like they've removed that DRM now. Bye. Damn. Oh, hey, cool. Oh, did they figure out New Game Plus? +1. So, like, I now have a +1 lightweight frame. The physical damage reduction's less, but go up to that. Or we can go, actually, let's go to that. And then with some of these, we can get, yeah, I want more slash and strike reduction than I do pierce. Anyways, so looks like they might have actually figured out the New Game Plus system and done it better than From Software did, which good on these guys for doing that. It looks like they changed some things with, like, you know, items and all that jibber jabber. And I don't know why I said jibber jabber. It's just what popped into my head. So again, back to the review. I would, you know, overall, I'd give this game a solid 8.59 out of 10. I'd say more like 8.5. Because there are some issues. I do have like some real glaring issues with this game. But they don't really, in the overall experience, it's not that bad. It's just another, you know, like, it's just another Souls game at that point. Because I have yet to find what I would consider to be a perfect Souls game. The only game I've seen get anywhere even remotely close to perfect was, would be Super Metroid. I think that game nailed what it was going for.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice, thank you. I don't think I've already done all this, so I just want to see if, like, we can understand the puppets. Right? I don't know why I'm fighting all these enemies out here. Probably because I'm worried about them, like, waking up and chasing me down and shit. Like, yeah, there's a dog right here. Look at that. The dog over here. There's two dogs. I don't think I have enough Fable catalysts. I might need to... Oh my god. Anything else out here? There's something over here. Face down, ass up. That's the way I like to fuck. Did I say that out loud? Pretty sure I did. I haven't said that in a long time. That was something I used to say a lot when I was in the army. Somebody would fall down or come across somebody sleeping. Just start shouting those lyrics at them and... Right. Sawtoothed wheel. Okay. Interesting. His backstab didn't go off even though it was highlighted. Okay, so yeah, overall, I'd say this is a very, like, if you're into the franchise, it's a must, like a must play. If you're looking to get into the franchise, I'd say start with something like anybody who's looking to get into like Souls games at all. My biggest recommendation is to start with, like, maybe not Demon Souls. Like if you're curious and you want like a good experience of that, sure, you could start there if you have a PS5. But if you don't have a PS5, I would not recommend checking out Demon Souls. It's a PlayStation exclusive. I don't think it's ever going to come off a PlayStation exclusive. It recently got a remake when the PS5 came out, so it's going to be there for a while. It wasn't just a momentary glitch. We've learned that now. Oh yeah, we go on that, look at this gigantic, conductor looking... I didn't even get the fucking fatal attack. And it would have been a fatal attack. I got dumb jokes, that's what I fucking got. you. Ah, man. Hey, where the fuck did you come from? I don't know if I have enough Fable Catalyst. Not entirely sure. But there's nothing down here to do. Oh. That's silly. What a silly, silly thing. Ooh. I could have used those probably in the last boss, huh? Forgot I even had those things. that probably would have made the last boss a great deal easier. Oh. So yeah, we're not doing it like a whole new playthrough of this. Mainly just because while it's a fantastic game, I could play this over and over again, and probably will. I'd also like, I don't do the whole like, what is it? The whole like new game plus type of experience. Like once I beat a game with a build, I want to go back and like create a new build. Yeah, this guy here is the guy that sells you whatever starting weapons you don't have.
I didn't think you ought to bite out here alone.
Yeah, oh. Yeah, I don't think I have this or that. Use the Stargazer.
This. As we are, gather air at the Stargazer.
Alright, let's go see if you can actually understand what the puppets are saying. We'll beat this boss, and then it'll be just about time for a break. Let's see, because they do give subtitles, I think, even if... You can understand them now. Oh my god. That's like a cool way to add encourage people to do the new game plus stuff. Like, I wonder, can I? He just ripped his head off. And he swatted me out of the air. All right, come here. Whoop. What am I doing? Right. Whoop. There we go. Interesting. That is really, really, really interesting. That's really, really fucking cool. Holy crap, man. So we beat the parade fuckhead. Now we can make the approach to the hotel. That's probably where we'll stop. Take a break. It'll be about, yeah, it's already past 7 o'clock, so it's time for me to figure out dinner.
One more thing I should mention. The hotel security excludes puppets like you. So you'll have to lie to get inside. You're a special puppet after all.
I'm gonna tell the truth.
Welcome to the sanctuary of the Grand Covenant.
I'm just curious as to like what happens.
Identity. Who are you? Puppets are a constant source of trouble. The hotel forbids all outside puppets. Please leave the premises. Welcome to the sanctuary.
Okay, so you actually, in this case, you actually have to lie.
Welcome.
Okay, now it says your springs are reacting. When I got to it near the end, it was your heart is pounding. Which I think is kind of interesting that, oh, can we skip this? Can we skip this? We don't need the title card. We don't need the title card. We're gonna get the title card. Lies of P. Okay, good. They'll let us skip the whole like, oh, there was a puppet uprising and all the peoples were killed. Okay, thank you.
I am Sophia.
Thank you.
must have
Thank
Gwen's
you.
last
Thank
words.
you.
Look
Okay.
at Gemini. That's proof. No, wait. Krat is. Be careful.
Okay. Can I like? I just want to check something. I wonder if the door will, if we can reopen the door, or if we're gonna have to get fucking. Ah, man. I might do that in my own time, check and see, because remember, there's that portrait, we can never interact with it. Oh, and then you can, yeah, okay. Alright, well, it is about time for a break all the same, regardless of what we do here. So I am going to go ahead and take that break. I'm going to order some dinner. I think ordering is probably the best course of action. And what do we want to do? Yeah, I think we're gonna do what I've been planning to do this whole time. And we're gonna play a game that does not require this fucking controller.